Aloha, e kuma mai ko Taylor ku'u ingoa hao ole kia hui ana o kawa. Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Finderup, and today I am here to share my story of how a normal kind of boring teenage girl turned into an activist and a conservationist. And I want to share how one little spark inside your heart can lead you to places you never thought you'd get to and change things you never thought you could, and all you need is passion. For me, that passion had been there forever. My whole life, I've been a little beach chick, convinced I was crossbred human and mermaid. As a little kid, snorkeling, swimming, boating, sailing were my favourite things, and then I discovered surfing. It became my greatest love, and I can assure you, I am never as happy as when I'm gliding down waves. My other biggest love, as was said, is something no one really understands, and that's sharks. Most girls love ponies, or even boy bands and makeup, but I just love sea lichemorphs. You see, I see these sharks and I see beauty and mystery and a whole new world in these eyes, which I am in love with and I want to understand. And no one's probably in the same boat with me here, but everyone has different things, I guess, and sharks are just my thing. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense, because salt water, I guess, runs through my family's blood. We have a very long line of fishermen and sailors and naval officers. Some skip that gene, clearly not me. There's also my father, my inspiration, who was a top national sailor, now serving for 29 years, currently captain in the Royal New Zealand Navy. And his job led us to Singapore for 3 years, a diverse new world where everything was different. The language, the clothes, the food, the education, the fact I didn't live right by the surf anymore. And to be honest, I didn't really enjoy it, but that Singapore posting did leave me with a memory, which little did I know would change my life forever. In restaurants, at foodside carts, food courts, banquets, weddings and functions, you name it, everyone was head high in this craze called shark fin soup. And I thought nothing of it. And it wasn't until we moved back to New Zealand that I learnt, because of this delicacy, some shark populations had declined by up to 98%. They were being hauled up to boats, having their fins hacked off, still alive, may I add, and then being thrown back into the ocean to die. It's cruel, it's unsustainable. I mean, worldwide it's happening to around 90 million sharks every year. But the very worst part out of all of this, New Zealand, clean, green, sustainable New Zealand, was in the top 20 exporters of shark fins to Asia. And that didn't work well with me at all. I wanted to do something. I wanted to get this stopped. But I was just a little short blonde chick that knew nothing about activism. I knew nothing about campaigning or making a change. But I had this passion burning in me. So I dove right into the deep end and created my own campaign called Stop With Finning. The one biggest problem, no one was interested, no one cared. And why would people want to protect sharks, right? These angry, killing machines that eat humans, why should we save them? So it was now clear, if I wanted people to jump on board and I wanted them to be conserved, well, I had to change people's perspective. And that was a pretty big task, but I cared. So I kept fighting. I dropped everything else and put 110% into this project. I was doing at least 2 presentations a week, travelling up the country, getting to examine sharks and doing research with other conservationists. I was selling stickers and t-shirts, I was donating, I was organising protests. I would run around streets in a giant shark mascot costume with people holding petitions with my banners. We looked crazy, but I would do anything for the sharks and for this cause. So my message thankfully did get out to the public quite quickly, and I started receiving letters from big names in politics, and it made me so much more determined. These people would say, we love you, we love your passion, it's such a good cause, keep up the fight. But no change had been made, and these were the people with the power to do so. So I just kept fighting. There was no option but to keep on pushing for it. So let's fast forward to current day as well. I have my own internationally recognised campaign, and I have been fighting for the marine environment for 2 years now. I've won various awards for my work. I'm the New Zealand Shark Alliance Youth Ambassador, and I'm also working with lots of animal rights groups and partner with over different, I think about 8 maybe, animal rights and conservation organisations. Now that, as you hopefully have heard, there is a ban coming into place this October on shark finning. Yeah! Thank you. Yeah, it's really great. And it's made me realize I can use my time and my knowledge on this now to fight for so many other issues facing our oceans. I'm working towards protecting the last 55 Maui dolphins with the Green Party, Lush, the World Wildlife Fund, and Sea Shepherd. Yeah. And I'm also a youth advocate for sustainable coastlines and Love Your Coast Paikokariki, promoting alternatives to single-use plastic and cleaning our beaches. Now, yeah, it's really great, and it's funny because I get two main responses when I tell people this. There's the adults, which is the most common one, and they go, "Oh, you're 15, how do you do this? It's so inspiring," and all that. And then there's, and then there's the kids who I've heard behind my back. I've heard teenagers go, "Oh yeah, she must just love the attention and do this for the interviews, the media, the awards." And to those two groups of people, I think the same thing. It's a great Hawaiian concept I kind of live by. Malama ki kai, malama o ki kai, which means I care for our ocean, so I take care of our ocean. It's very simple. And you can take that even further and go, malama o ki kai o malama. If I take care of the ocean will take care of me. And the ocean has taken care of me my whole life, so I owe it to it. And the one thing I can't stress enough is it's funny because I would have thought out of everything going through all this, the one thing I would learn the most would be about sharks and activism and the ocean and the environment. But the one single thing which Stop with Finning has taught me more than anything else is how much a young person can make a change. Whatever it was that decided a long time ago that the youth opinions were just simply less important and they just had far less power to make change than adults do, it's so bloody wrong. Because I got to hand over 78,000 signatures to the Minister of Conservation and Primary Industries at Parliament. And there is no other way I can imagine living my life as a teenager. And if I know what I want to do, I know I have this passion, why should I have to hold it in because I'm a kid and I simply just have less power? So I just want to finish by saying how incredibly proud I am to be a young person using my voice to stand up for those without a voice. So mahalo nui la, everyone, and remember, for the ocean. Cheers.